Hey, what's going on, you guys? You know, this is your girl, Madam, and I'm coming back to you again. Basically, I'm about to do an update on the two little boys that went missing back in 2020. Um, this is from ABC 7, and the article starts off by saying two young Kern County brothers died 3 months before adoptive parents reported them missing. DA says, okay. Uh, California City, California, KABC. Two young brothers died 3 months before their adopted parents, who have been arrested on murder charges, reported them missing in late 2020, the Kern County District Attorney's announced Wednesday. Speaking at a news conference, DA Cynthia Zimmer said an investigation confirmed the deaths of Owen and Oren, age 3 and 4. The boys' bodies have never been found, Zimmerman says, adding, however, I would like to emphasize the fact that the law enforcement has not found their bodies does not preclude a murder prosecution. As a matter of fact, there have been many hundreds of what we call no-body homicides prosecutors across the United States successfully prosecuted across the United States successfully. In December of 2020, the boys' adopted parents, Tazelle West and Jacqueline West, reported that the brothers had disappeared from their backyard in California City home. Police launched a search of the area, which was later joined by the FBI, California Highway Patrol, a Kern County Sheriff's Searching and Rescue Team, and members of the community. The search expanded to Bakersfield, about 60 miles to the west, where the boys lived before moving in September of 2020. Terzell West and Jacqueline West were arrested on Tuesday and were each charged with 5 counts: 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of felony child abuse, and 1 count of filing a false report of an emergency, Zimmer said. Both parents are being held without bond and are expected to be arraigned in court on Thursday. Online records do not indicate whether they have an attorney to speak on their behalf. Okay? This is not the outcome that we and so many have hoped and prayed for over the last year, Chief Greg Terry said at Wednesday's press conference. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the families of Oren and Orson, who, with this news today, their worst fears have been realized. And this is a picture of the two little boys. Continuing on with the article, it says a reporter asked Zimmerman if she could elaborate on why investigators believe the boys were killed 3 months before the missing persons report was filed. She went on to say, no, I cannot, but I can tell you the facts in court will show that we were able to prove that the grand jury, the boys have been dead, that they were murdered. We did that through a combination of direct and circumstantial evidence, and the grand jury was convinced that they were dead. And that is the end of the article. I'm going to take this time right now to play the press conference. This is courtesy of ABC 7. Both of them, I will play them and I will come back with my closing commentary. Okay? we go.
News. Two parents have now been charged with the murders of a case of their missing adopted sons in the Antelope Valley. In December of 2020, Trezell and Jacqueline West told investigators 4-year-old Oren and 3-year-old Orson disappeared from their backyard. After an extensive investigation, today the Kern County District Attorney revealed the boys have been declared dead and actually died 3 months before they were even reported missing.
This is not the outcome that we and so many had hoped and prayed for over the last year. We now realize that the search for the boys began after the real tragedy had already occurred. And there will not be a resolution completely in this case until these boys are brought home.
The parents are facing second-degree murder and child abuse charges. Both are expected to appear in court tomorrow. The boys' bodies have not been found. In other
Okay, that is the first one. Let me go and continue on to the second one.
This morning, I'm saddened to announce that the investigation has revealed that Oren and Orson West are deceased. The investigation has also revealed that they died 3 months before their adoptive parents reported them missing. However, I am pleased to announce that this week, the Kern County Grand Jury indicted Trezell and Jacqueline West, the adopted parents, for the murder of Oren and Orson West. The indictment charges 5 counts. The first count is murder. Charges them both with murder, with the victim being Oren West. The second count charges murder, with the victim being Orson West. The third count charges felony child abuse against the person of Oren West. The fourth count charges child abuse against the person of Orson West. And the fifth count charges false report of an emergency. Naturally, the first 2 counts carry the most time in state prison, murder. It is charged as murder in the second degree. That carries 15 years to life, but with 2 victims, the potential penalty, or the maximum possible penalty, if convicted, is 30 years to life for each defendant, Trezell and Jacqueline West.
Okay, so you just heard that yourself. Unfortunately, this is a sad conclusion to a story. I remember doing this story in 2020. It was a lot of people that came out in regards to trying to find this boy. I will say one thing that was apparent and that stuck with me with this case was the fact that the biological mother, which was in contact still with the 2 boys, even after the adoption had taken place with the adopted parents, said adamantly that she felt that they did something to her babies. Now, for whatever reason, she the babies was taken out her care, the boys was taken out her care, or whatever I don't know the backstory as far as that in regards, but I do know that she was still very much a in their lives, just not caring for them on a daily basis. She came out and said that she felt as though they did something to her sons. Tragically, her assertion at the time about the little boys was sadly right. And it was a really big community effort. I remember even local dispensaries in Kern County and surrounding Kern County had donated money in efforts to search and find these two missing boys. Other local businesses also participated in it. You had residents literally walking the desert searching for these babies, and still to this day, there is no trace and no sign of them, um, which is really heartbreaking for me. Um, I couldn't begin to imagine what the biological mother is going through, and I just want to take this time to give my prayers and condolences to her and the rest of the family. Sadly, this was not the outcome that myself or anyone else wanted. And yeah, this is just one of those updates that you hoped for the best, but unfortunately, it didn't turn out the way that you would hope it would. And with that being said, you guys, I want to take this time to say thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for the likes, the dislikes. Thank you so much for the comments in the comment section. I truly do appreciate each and every one of you. Um, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and roll up out of here. And we're going to move right along to the next video. Until then, take care, you guys.